A very good morning to you, my savage. Thank you so much for being here. We have another opportunity to expand on each other's perspective. I go first, and then down in the comment section you can either agree or disagree with my message. Either way, I'm perfectly fine with it because it serves as fuel for a dialogue. I'm all about having a dialogue with people. I'm not telling you do exactly what I'm saying, do exactly what I have fallen in love with when it comes to training, for example. I'm here to offer you my perspective. Some people vibe with it, some people don't. That's perfectly fine with me. So as of late, many of you have seen the videos where I talk about how bodybuilding is not a sport. And bodybuilding alone and only focusing on appearance is not going to fulfill you, in my humble opinion. You may disagree, perfect. But I base this experience and perspective based upon my own experiences. I tried bodybuilding when I was younger. I tried to have more of a focus on how I look type of training only, and it did not serve me whatsoever. And what I'm scared of is in today's society where more and more bodybuilders and fitness influencers are becoming more transparent with their use of PEDs, nowadays it's more like normal. It's normalizing the fitness industry, meaning that, hey, if you want to do protein shake, great. If you want to jump on a trend cycle, great. You know, look at this guy, he's doing perfectly fine with it. But in reality, compared to how it was before, where it was very much underneath the table, you didn't speak about it because also it's still illegal in many states and in many parts of the world. In the past, nobody mentioned it. So it created this false, naturally obtained physique. So did that hurt us more than how things are right now when people who are now saying that, hey, this is not naturally obtained. I am taking this and this and that. I'm not sure about that, to be really honest. What do you think? Is transparency more beneficial to us than how it was in the past? That's one question. So my perspective with this is that I think that first and foremost, a performance-based type of training focus is not going to have you not look a certain way. You will first and foremost build self-worth and self-character when you know that you can rely on your mind and machine to perform any form of tasks that you are put in or you put yourself in. And on a side note, the more fucking savagery you are able to bring yourself and accomplish, the less surprised you will be by life in general when it throws you adversity. But that's another topic. I don't appreciate the fact that we look upon our body and split our body into different kinds of muscle parts. So we work biceps one day, we work triceps the other day, then we do shoulders, then we do back, chest, legs, and then we squeeze in a cardio session. This is more or less per usual or the most standard way of doing bodybuilding and that type of training focus. I want you to look, once again, my opinion, I have found great value in looking upon my machine as a motherfucking unit, working out as a unit rather than splitting myself up into different body parts. This also transfers into how people with that type of focus also eat a certain way. They emphasize certain types of macros and micronutrients to come into your body. Everybody knows that a macro is a protein, carb, and a fat molecule, right? But in reality, what that also brings, in my opinion, is you start to increase this and you forget about that, and you start to have like a multivitamin come into your mouth hole just to balance all the vitamins that you're not having from whole foods come into your mouth, being the replacement for that. I don't think that anything that mankind have created in a manufactory is going to in any shape or form replace what nature have created for us. Nature have already created everything perfectly, from fruits to a steak to eggs. Everything is perfectly laid out and constructed by nature, the way it was intended for us to be consumed. So if you start to divide your body up into different kinds of muscle parts and you start to divide your nutritional intake that comes into your mouth, I believe that that will cause imbalances. If you have imbalances, you're always going to be in the mind frame and in the need of trying to compensate one another. When in reality, if you work out as a motherfucking unit, you will be strong as motherfucker. You will also be able to eat more a wholesome type of diet, meaning that you will get everything in at once. You don't need to supplement with any fucking thing. So that's why I feel like this is a bigger and deeper question when it comes to isolating our body into different kinds of muscle parts. It translates also into how we are eating and consuming. We're not looking upon food as fucking fuel that fuels our machine and engine. No, we're looking at it to supply us with X to gain Y. But in reality, that is not the way to go, in my humble opinion. I don't think it's sustainable to be sitting and counting your macros and counting your calories. Gain the awareness about what food actually consists of. Gain the awareness of how much this type of product or food actually is going to serve me. How is it feeling to consume this type of food? And I think that you will get much, much further here in life when it comes to you optimizing your ability to perform in every aspect of life. We're not only talking about training here. You who are watching this might be a dad, you might be an entrepreneur, you might be a husband, whatever it is, you need to be at peak performance at any given time as a human being. Because if you are a man, you are also the protector of your own family. You need to be able to protect yourself and to protect your family. So thank you so much for watching all the way till this part of the video. If you have done that, fuck yeah, man, I love you. You guys know that. And I look forward to sharing more content with you going forward.